Hello, 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 hello. So my coffee is still slightly too hot to drink, so I figured let's do some crafting and also do today's declutter video because I have been cleaning and cleaning and cleaning. And one thing about reorganizing, cleaning, digging through stuff that I haven't dug through in a while is that I find stuff, and these two stamps have been missing for so long. And there they were. So now I clean them off and they're ready to use. Also found this tag. L is for lace. Don't know when I made it, but I made it sometime. So I'm going to put it in my tag box where I have this type of tags. I did letters and then you had a theme to it. I don't remember when it was. It was a very long time ago. And yeah, it's very three-dimensional. But it was fun to make these kind of very elaborate tags. It was a lot of fun. And I also found these guys that I have been missing. So I'm going to clean them off because I don't know what it is about stuff being in storage. It becomes disgusting. Okay, disgusting. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much. I love you. And yes, I see your comments. And yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will answer to all comments as soon as my, I'm not going to say stupid brain, my hopeless, disobedient brain will listen to me. There. We started this yesterday and I'm going to sew it together today. And we're going to do some decoupage on that before we do. But first, let's go over what I have decluttered. Because it's been a lot of stuff. So, one thing, I have a ton of old books that I'm going to repurpose into junk journals. I have saved so many boxes. So now I started to I need to clean up. So, we have the 21st today, so we need to declutter 21 items. Here is item 1. Item 2, item 3, item 4. These are just boxes. So these are the 4 boxes I'm going to declutter today. Some are a bit too good to be decluttered because they can be used both as covers or as packaging. So those are staying. But these boxes had very shiny surface, and I don't feel the need to keep that many. I have a ton already. I don't need to keep all of them, okay? And then we have these two guys. So 1, 2. So what was that? 4, 5, 6. Yay, 6. And we have... Why do I have an empty roll-on bottle? I was probably thinking about repurposing this for something, but I have no idea what. So, sorting it away. Next we have paint container with some dried up paint. Yep. Bye-bye. I have a ton of this stuff. Also kept finding, this is just one that's going to represent it all. I have a lot of broken jewelry that I haven't got around to clean up and take apart yet. So this one is going to go in the bathroom now, and I'm going to go clean it up. It's going to be in this cleaning solution for probably the remainder of the day. But I'm going to go put it in the bathroom, and that's where it's going to be and get cleaned up. Then I found, this cookie, when you press those tube where you kind of press the cookie dough through, I found these, and I figured maybe someone needs them, so I'm going to put them on in my secondhand shop. I don't know why I kept them. Maybe to stencil. I don't know. That's not very interesting, so probably not. I have no idea why I kept them. They were in my craft drawer anyway. Then I had, I'm counting these 3 as one. I have a lot of membership cards. These are really smart to use when you press things out, but I had a bunch and I'm throwing 3 away. And I'm counting those 3 as one. This is representative of all the little froops that I'm throwing away. So I've been throwing away this little tiny bits and bobs, and just that's representing all of it. Because I already throw all the other things away. These are just representative. Then I found more of these corners for rabbit cages. So I'm gonna give these to my friend. She has rabbit cages that needs these, so I'm gonna give those to my friend. I found one earlier, and if we're lucky we find the fourth one somewhere. And I keep finding glue sticks, and I have given this small glue gun to my ex because he really needed it, so I gave it to him. I have the big one myself, and I keep finding the big glue sticks too, and I don't know why. They're just random glue stick here and there. Why? How? What? I don't know. But that one's going to my ex. This is representative of the broken pens that I have found so far and threw away. So this is representative of that. This is old dry glue. Don't know why I kept an old dry glue. Maybe it wasn't dry when I put it there, but it kind of drowned in stuff. And here I kept finding a lot of these plastic things, and I don't know why I have a lot of these. So these are going in the plastic recycling. And then I have this. Since I did a lot of mixed media, I kept saving a lot of these little thingies because I glue them onto stuff and paint over them and stuff. This one is not that interesting. The battery, it's out of battery, so this is going to the electric recycling. Stuff with battery goes there. Then I found these guys, and I saw someone, you know, sculpt little landscape in seashells like this. This is not seashells, these are clams, right? I think. I just don't find them very interesting. They have barnacles on them, and these are not, they're not what I'm looking for. So they have just been laying around collecting dust. So I'm gonna put them up in my shop because I think someone else would do. Because I mean, that looks pretty darn gross. This is disgusting. I don't know what it is, but it's hard as rock. So it's probably something to do with the barnacles. So I'm actually gonna wash them off because they are really dusty and they've been laying around. So I'm gonna wash them off and put them up in my secondhand shop. I have lost count. I don't know where we are. I might have taken too many things today. I found this. I made kind of a fun thing. It's gonna need a bit of polish because it's been laying so long. And it was just under a pile of papers. I don't remember where I made them, but it's fun. It's heavy. It's heavy, and it has quite a nice green glow when you look through it. It's see-through. Just had a lot of fun making stuff like this. Just grabbing a random item and wrapping it in some way or form. So I'm gonna clean it up, polish it up, and put it up the same. I also bought a lot of bracelets that I was going to use for crafting. This one, however, no, it doesn't really inspire me. It was in a pack of other bracelets, so I'm going to just put it in my secondhand shop because I'm thinking someone might want it. If it doesn't sell, you know, it's recycling, but I hope it sells. It's very soft, very nice like this. Just, no, not for me. And I don't like wearing bracelets like this because I have very thick hands. They are short, but very thick. Very grabby, so I don't like them. Then I keep finding random bowls like this with stuff. So this one we're gonna clean out now. I'm gonna put all this stuff away in just a minute. Here we have some scraps, so I'm putting that in my scrap bin. We have another one of these small book covers. I think this is Nick the Booksmith. I was playing with some of these yesterday because they came up in another pile. Heart. I wish we had that when we were doing the Valentine's Day things, but hey, love is always popular. Here we have a bookmark, another bookmark, so we're gonna put those with the bookmarks. I have that there. We got some bling. We got some bling-a-ling-a-ling-ling. That's nice. So we might use that today. Who knows? Who knows? We have little flowers that I made. So let's put those with the tiny little decorations we have there. Oh, we have an earring without dangles. So maybe we just put Oh, we could like maybe do something like that. Or put a jump ring in this hoop and just add it to that. And we have some decoration. This is going with my plastic fabric flower, and this one too. That one too. Here we have some more flower decorations that I made. Did I make a video on how to make this? I think I did, didn't I? Might be in my other channel that I had before this one. Oh, we have a type. Oh, we have. Oh, goodness, these are cute. Oh, come on, come up to me. Oh, these are so cute. These are so cute. How tiny are you? Hang on. Where did the other one go? Come here. I can't grab it. I can't grab it. There. Look at these tiny little guys. These tiny little brads. How cute are they? Where did I put my brads? I put them in something yesterday. No, I didn't. I haven't made that one yet. Okay. They're over there. And we have this one. This one is a perfect little tag to put in one of the small journals. We still have this tiny guy to finish off, and I have a brown one somewhere here too. So we're gonna use that for that. And we have a few of these little blingy things. And there, and now this one can go in the kitchen and get washed up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, I did 1 too many. So we did 22 today. But that doesn't matter. It feels so good to get stuff cleaned up in there. And I'm finding, like I said, I'm finding stuff that I've been missing. Let me just put this away and we're gonna start playing. I find stuff that I've been missing for a long time. Those stamps, I was so sure I had thrown them away. I was so sure, because a lot of times when I clean the desk, stuff falls in the bin. And I also have my trash bin kind of close to me, so a lot of times when I drop stuff, it falls in the bin. So I was sure these guys were lost. I'm so happy I found them. I actually want to go and wash my hands. I'll be right back. Okay. So let's see. We have this, and my first I said we were going to paint on them, but I have another idea and I want to do decoupage on them. They turned out quite small, and I've taken out some napkins that I really like. So I just need to choose something. Since we have a very small surface, I'm thinking I want a smaller pattern, kind of like these guys. This is a very good one. So it's this. This one, the butterflies are too big. I could like pick one maybe, but I don't think that one is it. This would just add a few leaves, and no, I could use the word nature. I think that would fit. Yeah, I could pick up nature. That's an option. How about this? I could pick out a certain spot, but no, I think that's too big. We could use this, but I think also the motif on this is too big. This could be a fun one. This could be a fun one. But I feel, yeah. No, I don't really feel like it. I love the colors on this one. Could be very nice to put on. It's very nice colors. It's a possibility. This one, everything is so close, so this would be good too, because we would get like a little bit like that or like that. All of it works. So that kind of like this. Oh, I kind of look at that tree and this. It's kind of similar, isn't it? Do I want to do this maybe? You know what? Before I decide the napkin, I'm going to see what I have in like thin ribbons that would look good doing this up. And once I know what I have there, I can see what napkin would match. So I'm going to check my thin ribbons. Okay, guys, are you ready to see the tying options here? So I already ruled out some of them, but I want to show them to you anyway and explain why. Let's go with which one should we start with? We start with one that I said no to, and we have this. And I love these, but they're very stiff. They're very unforgiving, and this is a very small one. So it's going to be very hard. I mean, just tying a bow with this it's stiff. It's like, no. So this one is discarded because this is small. I need something soft and thin. And then I discarded these because they are, I found 3 shoelace bits. It's not full shoelaces. They have all 3 little bit of, they're a bit different. So I'm not going to use them because then I would use one for there and one for there, and they will be different. So only for that reason I discarded them. I mean, it's not a huge problem to put different ones in, because but I just don't want to, because I have other options. I do have other options. And then, oops, it fell down. Hang on. Here we are. And then we have this guy, the colorful one, super colorful one, which is very tempting, but I feel I want something thicker to kind of fill up the holes a bit more. Yeah, so therefore that one's going. And then I have these are a good option. I can tie them here. It's a braid, I can tie them, but they are slightly, they snapped, yeah, like that. It snaps a bit too easy. So I'm very heavy-handed when I tie a knot, so I will snap these. So leaving. I have a thicker little leather ribbon here, leather cord here, that could work, but it's also like one of the others is very stiff, and I don't think that will work very well with this. So this one's going away too. Now we're going to start with the possibilities that I haven't really decided on yet. This is one of them. So we have the yellow one. It's kind of see-through. It's very soft, but it's also very synthetic. It's a bit sparkly and shiny, and those of you who have ordered from me probably seen this and seen this one, because these are the ribbons I use to, I either use these or I use something very natural looking, like hemp or something similar when I tie up my orders. So I have these, and I could double them and do green and yellow in one. I mean, it fits. So these are 2 options, the yellow one and the green one. You're going to see a lot of green here because I feel most of these napkins that I picked out would do good with green. Then we have this one, and it's so soft and it's so nice, but I'm not sure if, no, look, it's not strong enough. If I'm going to use it for that, it's going to be, they're perfect for little tags and like little accents because they're so soft, a little tassels. Oh goodness, I need to make tassels out of this. Oh, so soft, so nice, so cozy. Yum, 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 yum. Then we have a green and a brown one. Now this one is kind of a bluish green. It's not really like green, it's more bluish green. Might work really well with this one, I think, maybe. I don't know. But they're very pretty, but they're also kind of stiff this way. And if I get it like twisted like that, I don't think they will look good. So no to those. No to those. Then we have this guy that I completely forgot I had. And that I found. I've been rummaging like crazy. I have like 3 boxes with like ribbons and fabric strips and stuff. And I've been rubbing shit. I made it complete chaos behind me, but I'm very happy doing it. So I think it's worth it. It's worth it. So this one kind of works both ways. It's not perfect upside down, but it's a bit shiny and very nice. It gives a little bit of bling to it. The bling would kind of match that bling maybe. So it's an, yeah, it's pretty strong too. So that's an option. Then we have this, and this is very silky and smooth. And I have this one. It's very dusty because I found it on the floor in the other room, and I love this one. We have this as a wraparound on one of my journals. I think I sold that one. I'm not sure. I might have. Goodness, I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm so busy filming every day. I kind of lose track of what I've done and not done. So this one is not too bad on the back side either. It's a bit matter. It's shinier on the top. It's a bit more shiny on the top than on the bottom, but it works both sides. This one I haven't checked yet. I think it will be pretty much the same. Yeah, it's pretty much the same on both sides. It's a bit shinier on the top than the bottom, but they're very similar. So these are also good options. This one, I don't see any napkin that this would go well with. It's a bit too pale, so, but I'm keeping it for now. Then I was thinking about this, but I think that would be too tricky to tie up. But I might clip off some of these parts to use as decorations. These are perfect for decorations. That's how I normally use them. And then I have some ripped fabric that I think would work really nicely, because both upside and downside would work very nicely. But ripped fabric can snap pretty, yeah, like that. So that one goes away. Unless you have a sewn line in the middle. If you zigzag a line in the center of the fabric, then it works perfectly, but my sewing machine doesn't work. So, and then we have this is also ripped fabric that I ironed and put together, and it is cut diagonally, so it's a lot stronger. So it is still a contender. I am still debating it. And then we have another shiny one. I have too many things, but that's why I say I need to use them. Then we have this one. So it has gold and it has green. And I'm thinking the gold could maybe match the brass thing here. So I'm thinking that could be nice. This too has a bit of a bluish green to it. It's not like yellow green, it's more bluish green. So we'll see what napkin we pick. Because I think it could be fun to use, you know, the contrast of the sparkly, glittery, shiny towards the little kind of matty, nature looking thing. 2 options left, and one of them is this one. It is a nylon ribbon, kind of thin, but it's dark brown. It looks kind of black on camera, but it's dark brown, and that one would be very nice too. It's pretty similar on both sides. Not really big difference on the sides of it, so that is a nice option. And then we have this, and this is a lot softer than normal, like the package string that I normally get, the jute one. This is a lot softer, so it's not too stiff. The question is how it, when it's going in and out of the holes all the time, if it's gonna break. Some of these fray very easily. Yeah, I think it's coming apart a bit too easy. So I am tempted, because I like dark green and I like this. Okay, so let's, I'm going to put away the ones that are a no. There. So now we have this. Okay, I ended up, again, can you tell what my favorite color is? Yes, green. So we have green, and we have 2 brown, and we have 1 yellow. That's what we got. Okay, let's grab our napkins again and see what we're gonna do. The yellow string would go really nice with this one. Really. And also the brown, both brown ones would also go really great. There are some green here, so I'm thinking green could, everything could work with this one. So that is still an option. I'm still kind of also liking this. What does the string say about these? So, no, too bright. This could maybe work. Maybe. Yeah, that one would be awesome to have in. Or maybe a contrast. No, that was too much. The dark brown goes with the tree trunks. And this one goes kind of well with this. So this one's still in the running. This one's still in the running. This one goes with all of it too, pretty much. The brown and the yellow. Also the dark green. No, I'm not. No, we say no to that one. So we're down to 3. This one is still pretty. And maybe go in with, do one of these green match this one? No, not really. Oh no. This could work because this is pretty much the same color as the heart here with the nature. So this could be an option. It's very similar to this though. But we could go over and paint in more leaves. So that, yeah, that one's still an option. Now we have the roses, obviously, those are pretty. And then we would go with the green ribbon, I feel, to this. I don't feel like doing roses. I don't feel like it. So, and then we had 2 of these napkins. Okay, we don't need 2 of those. Okay, so we're down to this, 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 and this. These are the 4 that we're down to, and I'm gonna finish my coffee and think about it. Oh, I'm not getting any smarter with this. So I kind of narrowed it down. I want that or that. So I just did a little loose tie here. And I'm testing the napkins with the ribbons. And I feel I need to turn on the lights now. Now we have a shadow on that side, so we turn on that one too. So I feel now you can't see the colors. Why? Okay, it still looks black, but it's brown and green, and it kind of fits all the napkins. So I guess we're gonna make more of these. So I'm just gonna do, I'm gonna throw them behind me, and I'm just gonna pick one up. Oops, I threw every. Grab. I have one. It is okay. We're doing this one. Sometimes I throw a dice. I assign a number to each item, and then I throw dice. So I'm gonna grab the top layer here. This one, I think it's gonna be quite easy. Yeah. So this one is a 3-layer napkin, so I have 2 more layers there. This middle layer is gonna be so awesome to put on something. Can you see the trees? The shadow of the trees? This middle layer is going to be awesome to use too. But not for this one. For this one, we're going to use something like this. So I'm going to remove these. And I'm just going to do decoupage on this and that. I think it's going to be too fiddly to do it in the center because of the holes. So I'm going to remove the ribbons. This is going to be fun. This is going to be a nice one. I like trying new things. I like that a lot. A lot. I have a feeling these are gonna warp when we do decoupage on them. But I'm also thinking, so I was gonna keep these this inside here as is, but I am tempted to because I said I was going to do some painting, and I kind of tempted now to paint on this side. So I might grab my gesso too, but we're going to do the decoupage first, one thing at a time. Come on, stop it. Stop it. Too many ideas. Too many ideas. So I only need these two for that. I'm going to grab some stuff to do gesso with. No, not gesso, decoupage. So I'm going to use this guy. Adhesive lacquer, Limlac, this time. And I got some water here to put my paintbrush in, because I have a feeling I'm going to be... so I'm just going to smack it on here. Where is there? I think so. I feel like there's hairs on, pet hairs on here. Is it in a paintbrush maybe? No? Just something that comes up from the fabric kind of when I'm brushing. It's like some of the fibers are getting enhanced. Looks like strands, but it's like the fabric is interesting. So I'm gonna try and get it everywhere except for the edge trim there that we put on. See if I can. If I can. And now I have a cat hair. Oh, I am covered in cat hair. There, I hugged my cat earlier, so yeah, that's a thing. Cat hugs. And it's getting lighter and lighter, so he's losing hair now. But these black things are actually fibers from the fabric. I like that. It's gonna be fun. Guys, oh, now I wanna... Oh, this fabric, I don't know how much left I have of it, but gluing this onto like some wooden board or something, and then paint and decoupage and play on it. Oh, that could be so much fun. This is gonna be, oh, that could be so much fun. I love the texture of this. This can be really fun. There. And we're gluing. Glue. More glue. And this is nice. Okay, I need some more lacquer on here. There we go. And it's time to put this thing on. So I'm kind of thinking about what do I want to, somewhat like that. I don't want it there. So I'm gonna grab some more glue on here. There we go. There. This is nice. I like this. This is gonna be interesting. Checking. There. There we go. And I can see the edge of, I don't know if you can, I'm gonna try and zoom in and see if we can. So I can see the edge of there, so I'm going up to that. And then I'm gonna let that dry before I rip off any excess. So I'm gonna just cut it out so we can get the kind of napkin or the side free here. There. Just to be able to I'm just going to put on a bit more of this lacquer thing, just to, and you need a soft brush for this. And if you kind of start to rip the napkin, then it's usually because you don't have enough glue on your, or decoupage medium, or whatever you're using. You can use matte gel medium, you can use like watered down PVA glue. I'm using adhesive lacquer because I have it. If you don't want to make it like see-through, you can actually go in with the glue stick and put a napkin on top of the glue stick, but then you can't go on top of that with the glue stick, just because then you're going to rip the napkin. What I like about doing, let's call it regular decoupage, when you put glue underneath and you put it on top too, is that you get kind of a shiny surface, kind of a sealant on the surface. So I'm going to do the same for this one. So I'm going to go only on this fabric. I'm going to leave the sides here. Might do a little bit of overlap just to make sure it stays down. Oops, I'm splashing all over the place. And we're going to continue. And I'm going to put the napkin on this one. Okay, so I feel a little bit too much with this one, so I had to overlap with an extra little piece of napkin there, but I think it's going to be fine at the end. I did break it a little bit there too because I was a bit too violent, but I don't think that's going to matter in the end. And that's kind of the thing. I'm a bit heavy-handed. That's why I kind of decoupage might not be entirely for me. But oops, sorry, didn't mean to kick you. Now these needs to dry. You can see there's still quite a lot of like lacquer, and it's I don't think I can get the camera to pick up on. Yeah, now you can see how wet it is. So I'm gonna leave this to dry now, and I'm actually gonna have some snacks. This is kind of I found these. It's popcorn with pink berries and sea salt popcorn, and these are kind of interesting. They don't taste of berries, they taste herbal. I'm thinking like rosemary, maybe basil taste, and there's nothing like that in here. So ingredients: corn, sugar, sunflower oil, sea salt, and pink berries. What is pink berries? I don't know what pink berries are, but they taste very herbal. It's not a whole lot in them, but that's what it looks like. Kind of interesting taste, actually. But I was craving salt, so that's not what I'm gonna snack on. I need something salty. I'm gonna let these dry, and I'll be back later. Okay, hi, I'm back. It's now many hours later. I've had a lot of stuff happening in between. So what I'm doing now is I'm removing the leftover, and this is what it turns out like. Isn't it awesome? I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy with it. You have no idea. So I'm just checking that I'm not going too far, trying to find the edge. I give it a little help with the knife. I don't press down too hard because I don't want to, you know, hurt any of the other parts of it. So I'm just ripping off. Now I glued really well against the edges here. So I should be able to just rip it, but I just want to make sure. So I'm just doing a little light scratch, maybe. I don't know. Little light cutting going on. I don't press too hard. I'm trying to be gentle. It's not really my thing. I'm kind of heavy-handed with this stuff. So there, and we're ripping it off there. I like that. I'm just gonna get rid of some of this that's in the hole here. Just scratchy. I kind of like this. Yes. Ooh. So this is what we have. Ooh, I like it. Now I don't want to paint on it on this side. I think I'm going to leave this as is. But we are going to go flip, and we're going to go flip. And this is where we're going to go painting. Yes, so let's grab some gesso. Ow! So I have a little piece of paper here that I just put my gesso on. I have liquid basic acrylic gesso. That's what I'm using. So, oh, got some painted blob in the stopper there. Oh, I had a customer contacting me from a secondhand shop. It sounds customer, sounds like I'm so big, but no, I'm not. Should I have a smaller brush maybe? Oh, reaching. This one would be good. Oh, it should be fitting nicely. Huh, I haven't used this one before. Yee, fresh new. I'm so far away. I need to push in the door and move in my chair and kind of get situated again. Well, thankfully, guys, a little tip. If you buy from a small business owner, private person, if you see the tracking isn't, you know, if there's something going on, please contact them so they can kind of fix it. Because a customer just contacted me and she said, I think something's wrong with the package. It hasn't moved. And she's right. Then I noticed that 4 packages are stuck that I sent with DHL. And they are stuck with, what's it called? Where I turn in the package for shipping. I don't know. Ombud in Swedish. Trying to figure out the English word. So, it's different places for different shipping companies. So for PostNord, which is our mailing, like regular mail, it's I leave it in the grocery store. And for DHL and Bring, I leave it at the gas station or petrol station, depending on where you are in the world and what English you have. So DHL, the petrol station, it tends to get stuck because the driver forgets to pick them up. And I had this issue during the summer when there was a lot of substitute driver because they forgot to, they just delivered and then took off. They didn't like talk to the personnel or, you know, checked for outgoing mail. They just threw in what they had to deliver and drove off. So I had to call about that. And now same thing is going on again. And I've had 4 packages stuck there since Monday. And we have Friday. And thankfully this customer contacted me, so because I wouldn't have noticed otherwise. I don't go in and check tracking unless I know something is wrong. So thankfully one of the customer contacted me about it. So I called them and took over an hour, you know, stuff, and still not sorted. When I told them that it's probably still is at the gas station because I had the same issue this summer, the woman on the phone didn't quite believe me. So that's going to be interesting. I went a bit over the edge there. But yeah, that's okay. It's okay. I could probably wipe it off with a wet wipe, but I'm not going to be too bothered. I kind of want to use stencils on this later on. Do I want to stencil on this? I mean, we did decoupage on the front side, so maybe we should stencil on this side. But it's very uneven because it's corrugated, and now that it's getting wet, it's kind of the corrugation, the up and down part, the wavy part, maybe up and down part is really visible. It's coming out. Yeah, so shipping companies, interesting. With Etsy, I only ship with PostNord, and because I can't, for some reason, I can't book my shipping straight from Etsy, apparently. I'm not sure what's going on there or how to fix it, but yeah. and it's a lot more hassle to do it on Etsy. That's why I prefer to sell on Tradera, because it kind of fits my need, and it's faster, it's smoother, it's, you know, all of that. And I'm actually gonna paint this one too. This is gonna be the inside. This is where we're gonna put all the pages. And yes, I do. Oh, by the way, I started to clean. I had lunch and I checked it, and it was still kind of wet, so I went in and started to do a little bit more reorganizing, and I kept finding some of my jewelry, because like sometimes I get annoyed with it. I put it on and I keep it on, and then all of a sudden I get annoyed by something. Maybe it's in the way, or, you know, something, and I just take it off where I stand. So all of a sudden I started to find my my jewelry a little bit here and one thing there, and now I've taken off my ring again. I found my ring and I put it on, and now it's gone again. And I found this one. Then I found this one, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit because I want your opinion a little bit quick. So I love this one. I bought it because I love cat's eye stones, and it's so soft and nice. Anyway, my opinion is that this lock is upside down. So what it does, it's closing like this, and then you kind of fold it in like that. So you have this part towards your wrist. I have another bracelet with this type of lock, and that lock is that way. So I don't know. For me, this feels upside down, but I'm also thinking it should stay better if it's this way. I don't know. What do you think? Because then you have to open it from the inside. But then again, if this is locked on the inside, it might be harder for it to accidentally open. I don't know. I don't know. Just a little thought. So I might need to do some changes with that. That's might be why it was so cheap. I think I bought it for $1 or something. And all of those cat's eye stone. Is it cat's eye stone? No, it sounds wrong. Tiger's eye, right? Cat's eye are gray and tiger's eye are yellow. I mean, look at them. They're so beautiful. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm thinking the lock is upside down, so I think I need to fix that. I bought it real cheap. I think it was like the equivalent of $2 or something, like 20 Swedish crowns. Something along those lines. It was really cheap. And I love it. But the lock bothers me, so keep taking it off. And just leaving it at different places. I left it at my ex one time too. I was there and did some laundry. Because I don't have running water. I need to get that fixed. I need to get my plumbing fixed. I need to get my... Yeah, I need to get rich. That could be nice. Yeah, fix stuff. Don't need to be famous. I just want to be rich. Famous seems like a hassle. I don't want to be that. No intention. I just want to inspire you to craft. That's why I'm here. I just want more people to see what I do and try themselves and not be so... I find a lot of people are so intimidated, or they try something once and say, no, I can't do it. But I mean, when you learn to drive or you learn something new, when you learn to walk, I mean, you couldn't walk straight away. I mean, you tipped over quite a few times as a kid when you start to learn to walk, right? But you expect your crafting and art to work the first time. We have less patience with ourselves when it comes to art and stuff like that. That's why I encourage playing, because you learn so much. It sounds silly. Oh, I'm an adult. I don't want to play. You know, it has to be so proper and stiff. And no, it doesn't have to be. Play. For goodness sake, play with your art. You get more enjoyment. And when you change your... how should I put that? Your mentality around your art and your craft, you get so much more joy out of it. and you do it more, and that's why you learn more. You get better the more you do it, and you find new ideas, and you get more inspired, because something you create can inspire you to make something more. I mean, I have so many half-done junk journals around me right now because I keep getting inspired by either myself or media. Speaking of inspired, I just, for the fun of it, I was looking for, I want to make I mean, I live in northern Sweden. We have the, you know, the Norse gods, and we have the Nordic folklore and all of that stuff. And we have the big dark woods, a lot of pine and fir trees, so kind of dark forests. And I just wanted to make a journal inspired by all of that. So I just went out and asked friends and so on that doesn't live too far from me, that I can like physically get the items. So I asked them for like dark green fabrics, nature embroidery, you know, green ribbons, green strings. I have some, but you know, never have too much. And green seemed to be, and forest and nature, it's what I work with the most. It's what I'm attracted to. It's what draws me in. So I'm thinking, yeah. So I asked, you know, if you have this and that, just let me know, and I, you know, or like pictures. I thinking, have you seen paintings by John Bauer? I'm gonna show you some. I'm just gonna finish this layer because I feel I need 2 layers. It's kind of see-through still. This is still wet, but still kind of see-through. I want it very white before we do next step. So I'm gonna finish painting this, and then I'm gonna show you some John Bauer. He makes amazing fairy tale creatures. He's Norwegian, if I'm not mistaken. I just love him. He makes such amazing art. And then we have oh goodness, what's her name? We have a lot of like Nordic artists that does amazing spirit creature cryptids paintings and drawings and stuff like that. And like if you have a book by John Bauer with his paintings in, you can always cut it up and use it in your craft. And anyway, what I was getting to is so as I was eating, I was scrolling through Tradera for like on using words, searching words. I went over the edge there too. Like dark forest, dark fairies, words like that. I'm trying to open my wet naps, my little wet wipes maybe. I'm gonna see if I can remove that. Let's try and put it on top of my finger so I get a really sharp. See if I can. No. What? Maybe we can get rid of that stuff sticking out here too, because it bothers me. Usually this stuff doesn't bother me, but when I just went over once like that, it kind of bothers me. No, doesn't want to. Maybe this. Oh, paint. Yeah, anyway, so I went in on Tradera and searched for things like dark forest and all of that stuff, and I find so many beautiful things. And then as I was having my after lunch coffee, and or if it was after dinner, I don't remember, I went on YouTube, and oh my god, there's so many dark forest themed journals out there. And I'm like, oh, they're so inspiring. And I just want to make similar things. There's so many. So I just took the videos that came up and just put them in the watch later pile. You know, just save them as watch later. There. And now these are gonna dry before I put on the next layer. And where's my water? Behind me, I think. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna let these dry, and I'm gonna get some. I have some images of John Bauer, and I'm just gonna go get them and show you. Oh no, oh no, I did it the wrong way around. I've been talking. Oh no, I forgot to start this. I've been talking to you a whole lot. Did I forget? Oh, I might have to restart this video. I don't know. Wow. So hello, what I'm doing right now is putting together 2 signatures, because we have this. It's gonna be 2 signatures. Did you even see my John Bauer? I don't know. I'm gonna check this after. If not, I do it when I film tomorrow. I'll show you John Bauer again. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I kind of, I think I'm pausing, and then I'm not pausing, and then I think I press play and I haven't pressed play, and I do the opposite way around, and so now I have no idea what I filmed or not. That's interesting. Anyway, what we're doing now is waiting for that paint to dry, and in the meantime I'm putting together 2 signatures out of scrap paper, kind of a little loosey-goosey, and I just measured the papers can be maximum 15 centimeters long before folding, and 6 centimeters height. That's maximum. What is that in inches? Let me see. 6 centimeters is a little bit less than, about 2 1/4 inch, maybe something like that, and 15 centimeters long is approximately, it's a bit less than 6 inches. So now you know that. Now you know that. I'm gonna keep picking trash. I'm gonna keep. I have my scrap bin right. It's not trash. I keep my scrap bin right next to me, and here we have some more stuff that just been. These are photocopied, like little images and stuff. Like maybe not that one. Maybe we keep these. Could be nice to keep to make cards with. Because sometimes I make just for me, and then I can use this photocopied stuff. You can do that. This is an old receipt from 1912 that I photocopied onto coffee dyed paper. Shall we really use the same receipt? No, let's use this one for the other one. And there. So I'm keeping these for other things. What else? What else do we have in this pile here? We have some white here. That's kind of boring. It's a good place to use kind of the smaller scraps. Stuff like this. That you can't really use for much else. Oh. Hello. This was a bit stiffer. There we go. We have another one. And here we have another one. I'm gonna do this. There we go. So I'm gonna keep rummaging, and I'll be right back. Second layer of that, and then we're gonna do something fun with that. Okay, so now these have gotten a 3rd layer actually, and that is drying now, so that's why it's so shiny. And it started to look good, and I started to think I'm gonna paint on them. I'm gonna doodle on them. Not paint, but doodle or sketch or something like that. But that will have to be tomorrow, because it needs to be completely dry. Especially if I choose to go in with like a water-soluble fine liner or something like that. Then definitely needs to be completely dry before I do any of that. So these are going to wait for tomorrow. But for you, it's just going to be a few seconds, because it's going to be continue. But I have put together 2 signatures that are clamped and ready to be sewn in, and I think, I mean, now they are tightened together, but I think this will be perfect once they floof up and we start to decorate. When I'm looking at, okay, I'm not going to put it towards the paint side, but I'm thinking like that. I think this is going to be quite perfect, because now they're squished together. I don't want to put too many pages in, because that makes it kind of hard to flip through. And I mean, you can always sew in, when it's this easy and we have big holes, you can always change the papers, you can cut them out, you can re-sew them quite easily. But just for a base, I'm gonna do this because it stays better. They're not perfectly put in place, but you know, they're ready to go. They're ready to be sewn in. That one's upside down and that one's there. Just kind of checking. So, and I realized I did not show you the John Bower because the pause thingy didn't work, and so I'm gonna show you John Bower. This is a John Bower painting. I mean, this is a picture from, I don't know where I got these pictures, but I put them in frames and I've been moving a few times. So this one came loose and it's kind of wonky. I'm going to zoom back out a little bit. So it's kind of wonky in there, but this is his style. And this is so Nordic. It's crazy. I mean, and if I remember correctly, he's Norwegian and his trolls are amazing. His little creatures and everything. I love it. I love his style. It's amazing. I love it. I have a few more artists that do trolls especially. There's just something special with hags, witches, trolls. I just love it. I just love it. I collect witches. I have quite a few witches now. I haven't bought many in the last few years because money, and I prefer to put the little I have on stuff I use instead of just putting in clutters in. But this, so this is the type of style of journal I want to make, inspired by him and his kind of that type of feel, like Nordic, cold, dark creatures, mythical creatures, like Norse stuff. So that's in the planner. I have so many different journals I'm going to do. Dog journal, motivational journal, cat journal, horse journal. I have so many planned up that it's coming, but you know, time. It takes time to make everything. So I'm getting to it one by one. But I'm going to let these completely dry until tomorrow. I'll be back in a few seconds, and in a few seconds it will be tomorrow. Okay? See you soon. Hello. We have the 22nd today, so we're gonna do 22 items to declutter. And I actually was up tonight and did quite a lot of it already. But before we start all that and before we start crafting, I just want to go in and give a little tip, because I saw the beginning of a video and I think this video is going to be absolutely perfect. So I did a video about how you don't really need stamps. All you need is like a fine liner so you can sketch stuff. And I found this video. It's called 50 Cute Doodle Ideas for When You're Bored at School. Easy Beginner Doodles. And it's posted in 2021. And it's the channel is Shada Campbell. Oh, there you have it. Go in and check. I just saw the first like minute or so. But the moment she said leaves are very easy and lovely and berries, I just knew that's a video I have to watch. But I'm here. So today we have 22, and like I said, I've done a few. I went to bed last night and could not fall asleep. So I got back up again, and I did collect all the items, and I also started using all the items because quite a lot of it was scraps. But before I go into what I've done with scraps, I'm going to show you the other items. So some of them will have to represent like a whole thing that I've decluttered. So for this, I keep finding light bulbs, broken light bulbs. I don't know how they ended up in there. I don't know what I've been thinking. yes, last night I started thinking maybe I was thinking of crafting with them, because you can like sculpt its glass and stuff, and you can get this glass part off, and you can do polymer clay on top of it. I've seen some do it, and I think that's why I have different light bulbs in there, just randomly, just picking through a box and bing, broken light bulb. But this is representative. I found 2 more broken light bulbs. That's one. I keep finding electronics, like old phones, broken stuff, and so this is representative of those, because I found a few more last night. One was the one you connect in the wall, but with buttons. It didn't have the dial, the ringy thingy. It had buttons, but it was wall guide. Then I found this old webcam. I have no idea if it works. I can't remember that I've ever used this. No idea, but I think I'm gonna post it for my secondhand shop. I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. Just, yeah, I think it's going for my secondhand shop. Then I keep finding old bags of chewing gum. Don't know why there are, and there's still chewing gum in here, and it's quite old. This one is 2015 is the date of this, so it's been there a while, and it's open, so bye bye. I found was 3 or 4 of these. One of them had 1 chewing gum in them. I don't ask. Then I keep finding these that I collected over the years, and my plan was to send it with packages when I shipped out stuff, and then they kind of drown. And also, since I ship, our shipping prices is due to weight, and this is quite a hefty one, and it's also really warped. So I thought, why not use the images in this one? Because things have changed. Kiruna, the whole town has moved, actually. And this is Kiruna, my nearest city. That's how it's spelled. It's northern Sweden. And I couldn't find a year, but since the whole town has moved, it doesn't not look like this anymore in the Kiruna center. That is torn down, by the way, and pretty much all of this is changed. Quite sad, actually, but it's kind of fun to save. But also I want to use the images in this one, because they're quite beautiful images in this. But anyway, so this is an old info. So yeah, I need to go to Kiruna and see what they have now with everything that's going on, because it's changing so fast. But anyway, I'm going to use the images for this one, so I'm putting it in. No, I'm not going to put it away yet. Then I also keep finding that I started Happy Mail for people, and I don't remember who they're for, because I haven't. Nowadays I put a label on the box, so I know who they are meant for. These, I was looking at this in here, and I can't figure out who was supposed to get this. So I'm gonna open up all of these, not now, I'm gonna do it off camera, because it's gonna be a little bit fiddly and stuff, and kind of put them in the boxes that I have on the go right now. Because shipping is expensive, so usually my Happy Mail takes quite some time, but I do put aside money to do. Then I found 3 old paint containers with dry paint, and just, you see, there's just a little bit there and it's dry. And I found a few, and this one, I just kept one just to show you that's decluttered. Also find stuff like this. I found one yesterday, actually found a few yesterday, and now I found some more, but today I found, or last night I found glass jar. Actually it is today, because I was up way after midnight, so it's today. Yeah, it is today. Then I also find stuff like this, lids and other things that I've had, you know, put paint in while I was painting to kind of use as palettes. I found quite a few of those, so that's one of them, just to show you. This is representing like little cruds and scraps and stuff that I threw away, so that's representing that. Also keep finding old makeup, and this is so old it actually smells old. I don't know if you ever smelled old makeup, but old makeup has a certain smell to it. So this is an eyeliner, and yeah, it's old. I keep finding them. Now eyeshadows and so on I keep in there because I use them when I do polymer clay, because it gives such a nice sheen. If you rub some eyeshadow on your polymer clay before you bake it, it's amazing. So that I understand, that belongs in there, but finding stuff like this, why? I don't know. Also, this one is representing pens that doesn't work. I found a few yesterday, so I test them. And this is time for it to say goodbye. It's one of my absolute favorite stencils ever, and it's just it's done its thing. I used it with spray paint and all kinds of stuff, and it's just no, it doesn't. It's one of my absolute favorite stencils. I need to find this stencil again because I've been using this till it was dead. I used it so much. I love this. I also found this cute. I'm gonna zoom out. So I can't really see now. Hi, hello. I struggle to see the screen today. I found this little bag. It's really cute. I love the colors. But it doesn't have. I need bags this size. I need some type of closure, and this one doesn't have it. So I think I'm just gonna put it in my secondhand shop. And as you notice, that was not 22 items, but this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. Okay. Then I also picked up a lot of scraps. I still have some more. This that's here, I picked up on top of the scraps I picked out to use. So one of the things I've done with the scraps is this. I've also done reaching, I'm coming. This, and here we go. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to hit you. And this one eats scraps, by the way. This is amazing. This one actually eats scraps. So this one is made with stuff that was left over when I cut off papers for this and this. So those scraps that ended up from this is pretty much mostly used. So I used scraps, and I got scraps from scraps because I had to cut it down. Shall I show you this better? I'm reaching. Yeah, there. Okay. So let's show you this one. So I found this cover. It was lurking over there, and I completely forgot it. I thought I had made all the small ones, but apparently I hadn't. So this one, I sewed in pages in it, and I just used different types of scraps, and it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. And all of the leftover scraps from this I try to use on. So I'm thinking that's a good idea to, like, whenever I make something and I get scraps on the table, I just glue it in here. So I did 3 pages, and it's quite, this first page, it's quite a lot. It's a lot. It's many scraps. And remember I said I need to use 12 scraps to count them as 1. And I counted all of the scraps that I've used so far with this and this is 7. So 7 times 12, you do the math. And I still have more to do, and we are going to do more, and we're going to continue with the one that we were doing yesterday. I'm just going to finish this one off. So let me put these aside. So those are ready to use. And I mean, the doodle video I talked about, this would be a perfect one to like go in with one of her doodles. I just saw the first few, she did some leaves, and I'm like, yes, that's a video I'm gonna watch. So I don't know yet what she does in that video. I saw she had something on her Patreon where you can get like a sheet with her doodles for, I think it was $2. I don't know. I just skimmed it over. You go watch it yourself. I just skimmed it over. I could be a bit wrong, but yeah. And this done turned out so cute. This one is so cute. I might cut it down a little because it's I mean, this is kind of thin. It's not copy paper. It's just slightly thicker. But it's a bit big there. But I'm leaving it for now. I decide later. This one is also kind of cute. And I have plenty. I can make so many more of these. These are so cute. I like these little things. And you can actually write quite a lot in something this small. And I try to use papers that you actually can write on. Sometimes I use book pages and stuff like that. But then I feel you need to put something on there to write on it. But you do little doodles on these. So I have a feeling, yeah. Speaking of doodles, I'm going to sew those one. But I just want to show you, I spent about an hour and a half this morning doing sketches. I filled them in again because they were so faint you couldn't see them on camera. I tried to film last night, but I was too tired. I was slurring, but I still couldn't sleep. So I did a squirrel there, and I did a fox there, and the fox, I just couldn't. I tried and I tried and I tried. I could erase pretty easily on this, actually. So I've been sketching and sketching and sketching and sketching. This one took the longest. The squirrel kind of just happened. This one took forever, and finally I went around and dug around, and I found this. And I bought this to use for crafting because it was kind of broken, and it cost me 1 krona. It is like 1 cent or something. It was really cheap, and I bought it for the images. So I used this image. I thought that one was so cute. I just wanted a little, and I tried to draw it, and I ended up, I tried it over and over and over again because I tried to make it smaller, and finally I gave up, and I sat like this to kind of get kind of an artist thing to kind of get the right size. So I did like that, and I was like, okay, so the ear needs to be, and I went in like that, and the ear needs, and I think it's kind of similar. I think I kind of got it finally, but it took a while, and I was getting frustrated. But anyway, these are gonna get, I'm gonna paint these today. I don't know how it's gonna look painted, but I'm gonna try. But first, I'm gonna take these scraps. Oh, and if you don't remember, that's the front and back. Not like this, obviously, because it's gonna be like that. But and I also marked them so I wouldn't like. So this is back, B for back, and U for up. So I knew kind of, so I didn't put the trees upside down like that when I was sketching. And this one is up and front. So yeah, there's gonna be a squirrel and a fox. Anyway, so for these scraps, oh wait a second, I'm missing one. Hang on, I made one more. Where is it? It's supposed to be clamped. Oh, and I made the holes in these and I messed them up, but yeah, it's gonna be sewed into that. Hang on, there should be one about this size here somewhere that's clamped that I glued together. This one we're gonna sew together. I kind of drowned in the scraps, I think. Am I blind? Here's another one scrap thingy that I'm started on. Just putting scraps in. Where are you? Where are you? Give me a sec. Oh goodness, I found it. But before, I found this note here too that reminded to myself, and I don't think I did this. 2 words on my Muse and Joe, an extra big, huge heart for you guys. Words on my Muse and Joe. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. And also, I have been having these out because I was thinking, you know, we all have friends that going through rough times, or maybe we are doing it ourselves. We're going through rough times and we need some little motivation and just to get going again and to know that we're great and we can do it. And my 2 recommendations are these 2 sticker packs. I bought quite a lot of these motivational sticker packs, but these 2 are my 2 favorites. I found them on Amazon. She Believed She Could planner stickers and Wake Up Kick-Ass Repeat planner stickers. There's one thing with them that I don't like, and the stickers are quite thick. But I'm gonna go quickly through them. I'm not affiliated or anything. I just feel like these are great. I bought these 2. I'm not as big a fan of these, and I bought these secondhand. So there was one that sticker was missing, but yeah, I'm not too big of a fan of these. They're not that perfect and so on, but they're great too. But these 2 are my favorites. So I have here. You can see what we have in each one. So I have Dare to Begin. I can do this. Every day is second chance. You've got this. Impossible is just an opinion. Be awesome today. And then we have the smaller one. Love this. Keep going. And just little motivational things. And these are planner stickers. So there's a lot of these things in here too. Get up, dress up, show up, never give up. Life's a journey, not a race. You will never have this day again, so make it count. Dream it, wish it, do it. Dare to begin. And I think that's, many of us, we want to do a lot of stuff, but we kind of get the first step, you know. It takes a bit of courage to do the first step. For me, it takes a lot of courage to finish, and I figured out why, but that's a different story. We're going to take that some other time. The greater the storm, the brighter the rain. And so on and so forth. These are my 2 favorite planner sticker thingies. So it's Wake Up Kick-Ass Repeat planner stickers and She Believed She Could planner stickers. And I found them on Amazon. And I also bought some of these, you know, loose sticker packs that are like this. But I feel like half of them was not like any good. So I actually sold those already. But okay, I'm gonna sit down now. So the sound will change. This was the one I was looking for. So I have these 2, and they're both just scraps like this. But I'm putting them together slightly different. So they're gonna be like little notebooks. So this one I clamped and I glued on top. So this is put together so it's glued on top here. And that means you can rip a page off. It's like one of these pads. We can just rip off some pages as you need them. And I like that. But this one I'm gonna sew together. So I punched some holes in the top. And I'm just gonna get a needle ready. Why am I lifting everything up instead of zooming in? Okay, so I started to look for this threader thing that I used to sew, that I use to get the threads in the holes on the needle, because I wanted to use double threads. I'm using just regular sewing thread because this is kind of small and, you know, it doesn't matter. But I want to use them double, and I want to use 2. So to get it through the hole, it's easier. And this one was missing, and I started to rummage, and I found other things, and then I started to do my secondhand video and all of it. Yeah. So I got that one uploaded anyway. So now I kind of lost what I was saying before. By the way, I found this very nicely put in where it should be. I also found a needle that I thought I'd lost, but I had just been a good girl and put it where it should be. Oh goodness. And one of the things about rummaging and cleaning and declutter is that I found my old IR. And he needs his little thingy fixed here, his little hangy thing. He also desperately need a wash. I love IR. And I'm reaching. I have this guy on my desk. I don't think I'm gonna keep him on my desk because he's right by the window, so he's gonna get very bleached. But yeah, I love him. And I have multiple ears. I sold some because, I mean, space. But I kept my favorites. And this is one of them. And this is another. And he's been missing. So I'm gonna give him a wash today. And give him another little hangy thingy. Yeah, he's so cute. Who knows? He might be our new desk buddy. Oh, I dropped him. I'm sorry. Putting my iris away. Let's sew this thing. So, I was thinking of doing some fancy, you know, like over stitch. I don't know. I'm just gonna sew the things together. I pre-made the holes in this with just sharper needle, thicker needle, so it will go through really easily. Because it's quite a thick bunch of paper here, so I don't want to push with this one through. So I pre-made the hole. You know what? I'm gonna go over. And I'm gonna go into this one. Come on. And there, and I'm gonna go over again, and we're gonna go in through there. Because why not? And then we can do it from the other way. Go back. Yes, we can go back. We can do that. So I'm just making it up as I go. Kind of, sometimes I do it one way, sometimes I do it another. There are so many beautiful stitches you can do. And I see so many people embroider on their fabric in their journals. And it's so pretty. It's kind of cloudy today, so it almost feels like I need to put a light on. It's cloudy outside. Oh, goodness. So this happens to me a lot. Yeah. There we go. What? Where is stuck? What's going on? Okay, yeah. So I did that. Okay. I'm doing double thread. I forget what I'm doing. Oh, that's not news. That's kind of me every day. There we go. No tangle. Watch me fumble. I feel I have a lot of those videos where I just kind of fumble around. So I'm actually gonna go in through here just for the side before I start to kind of overlap. So I want that around so I keep the corner kind of tight. And now I'm going over and I'm going into the next one. And I'm just doing a little kind of cross, almost zigzag stitch. Cross stitch, mix between cross stitch and zigzag stitch. I don't know. Does this stitch have a name? I have no idea whatsoever. And now I'm going through here where we started, and I'm gonna go around. Yeah, I'm gonna go around here, and then we get kind of to tie it around the side here. Shall I leave this long, or shall I don't know. Let's tie it first. Watch me fumble. I kind of like the look of that. That's looking cute. I'm gonna tie it on the side here. Oops, on the side. I want you on the side there. Should we do it like a little bit on the front maybe? And tying you up there, and I'm gonna cut out of there, and I'm gonna cut off a little bit of this there. Now we have a little, oh, you can totally, while you do this over here, you can put beads here if you want to, like sew something else in there. So now we have a little, oh, this is so cute. I am kind of happy with this one. I'm kind of happy with this. I feel we need more lights. It's getting shadows. I really need those fancy like lights that all the, you know, real YouTubers have. But I'd rather buy craft supply. And right now I have some paper dolls on the way again. Yes, I know. I declutter and then I buy stuff. But sorry. Oh, that ended up being quite a long cough fit. I figured I'm gonna sew this one in since we have threads and stuff out, and I'm gonna do what we did for for this one and use two colored double threads. I need to finish that one too. I have so many unfinished ones. It's going crazy. I'm thinking about selling journals that are kind of at this stage, so you kind of fill them up yourself. They basically just a cover and stuff in pages, nothing more. I'm thinking about that because I have quite a lot now. I just go in periods, and I just, so I'm starting from the outside because I want the knot on the outside. When you do double threads, the knots are going to get a lot thicker. So if they have them inside, it's going to bulk up quite a lot right in the center. And here again, it doesn't matter if you go up or down. So I'm holding it upside down. If you don't know, doesn't really matter if you go up or down, as long as you go one way and then you go to the other hole and go through. Make sure you're not too tangled. And then as we go in here, we're gonna go through here. So make sure you get on each side of this. The reason for that is because when you tie that, you're gonna hold this one more in place. It's gonna be sturdier. It's gonna stick. It's gonna stick. So now I'm holding it slightly to the side as I go through here. So there we go. And the reason why it's so good to use dull needles when you do this is less risk of you punching through the threads that you already had there, because you get really stuck if you do, and then you have to go back and you have to fiddle, and it takes a lot of time and gets annoying and all of that stuff. So now we have this one too ready to go. I'm just gonna do the little thing here where we kind of smoosh it so they can move a few pages in each direction. This is not smearing, it's smooshing, but it's the same kind of movement. And here in the center I have this double postcard. It's kind of thin, it's not really thick postcard, it's more like just a very rough naturey paper. I really put in nice papers in this one. I like it. I really like this one. So many nice papers. Even though it's a thin one, it's not that many pages, but it's nice. It's nice. And let's do the final one. And again, I'm kind of little bit pushing it so I get a little bit of a lump. Just a little. Not too much. Not overdo it. And then I smush. Because then I kind of widen the spine a bit. I don't know if that is the spine of the folds, and it makes it easier to kind of lay nice flat. And I'm keeping this long because I don't know what I'm going to do, if I'm going to put beads on or something yet. If I put beads on, it's good to have a long, I'm just going to do them kind of the same length-ish. To keep them long, because you want to tie a knot maybe underneath the bead or something, so it's nice to keep them long for now. And unless you just want to cut them off, you could cut them off there too, but I kind of like having something dangly. Okay, so now we made that, so now we used even more scraps, and we're gonna get to this guy. This guy needs some painting, and I'm gonna zoom in because this is kind of a tiny thing. So let me put my needles away and grab my acrylics. And what's the first thing I do? I drop this one in the paint. Yay! That's great. I don't mind. I can always let the painting go out on this if I want to, so big deal. Or we could just do this edge green. But we'll see what we do. But that's me. I keep dropping stuff. So I couldn't find my really small paintbrush. I found these, and I feel my little motif here are very tiny, so we'll see how this goes. I might use that one too. So I think I'm actually gonna grab the book to kind of see where the colors go a little bit. And there's a sticker. My desk is such a chaos. I need don't think I will do it today, but tomorrow I need to do some serious desk cleaning. So how can I put you? So let me put my, yeah, and I dipped it in the paint. Of course I did. This is me. This is me. So I'm just putting it over there, and my bottle in the way, so I know. So now I have it there, so I can kind of see the colors a bit for my little fox. And we're gonna move a little bit. I feel I'm getting tangled in the cord to the charger for my phone. You need to be plugged in because I can pause. Sometimes I pause for hours while waiting for something to dry and stuff like that. So let's kind of start. I think I'm gonna start with the black on the legs because I think it's gonna be, I usually start with the lighter color first, but since this is acrylic paint, I think that's gonna be okay anyway. So I'm just gonna start with some black because they have little blacky legs. At least this ones have, and the ones I've seen have very dark legs, especially as cubs. They have really dark legs. So I'm just gonna go kind of, doesn't really matter. It's different, it's individual how far up they go. I'm gonna do that for this little pausey, and then we do this little thing. The fox in the images here has a bit of white too on the bottom of the foot. Oops, I went off. The best thing with acrylic is you can paint over it and it dries pretty fast. I was talking to a girl, I don't remember when, or just chatting. She loves oil paint, and I never get along with oil paint. I'm gonna let this come up here a little bit, just a little bit. I'm not too happy with this paintbrush. It doesn't really do what I want it to do. Kind of like that. I'm too impatient for oil paint. I want my paint to dry fast, and she doesn't like acrylics because it dries too fast, and I think that's kind of fun. We all have different I like that it dries fast because I can quickly go in and edit and do changes and, you know, fix things that doesn't really turn out the way I'm thinking. That's one back paw, and this is the fourth little back paw here. Yeah, this paintbrush in me is not getting long. It's the first time I'm using it. As you can see, it's brand new. Nope, don't like that one. Let's go to this one. I'm just gonna, obviously. So I wiped the edge on paper, and of course I put my book on this paper. Well, I can quickly go in and edit if I don't like, edit the image if I don't like something, because it's already dry, you know, I can fix it. With watercolor the same. I'm so impatient that either I dab off all the wetness, or I paint with really dry brush and get a completely different effect than most people do when they do watercolor paint. So those are the paws. So now I'm thinking I'm gonna go on with the red and then go in with the little black details, because now I know where the paws are. So I'm gonna try this. So I have a lot of colors on here. I should probably move you a little bit higher up there. Oops, something like that maybe. I don't know if you care about what type of colors I have there. So these are kind of different acrylic paints. Interesting, these are the same, but that one is older and has become a bit grainy, and they're also different brands. So they are both are burnt sienna. So this is the soft lighter one, and this one is kind of grainy and older ones. And then I just kind of added a lot of brown. So we have raw umber, we have burnt umber, we have this one that's yellow ochre, and obviously titanium white, and ivory black. Yes, that's the one I'm used. And then I have primary yellow, and this one is cadmium orange. So I usually buy, because it's some paints I buy like in big bottles, kind of like this one, or big tubes, because I know I use a lot of this. But when I just need a lot of different colors, I find buying one of those boxes with a few with like a bunch of these tubes in helps. And the quality is kind of equal. I mean, it's pretty much the same, especially if you just use it a little bit like I do here and there. So this goes, the kind of color goes right up to the eye. It has a lot of this. I have very thick paint, by the way. And we do a little bit of fluff, and kind of goes almost a straight line down to the nose. Yeah, the little eye. Yeah, the little cutie. I like foxy babies. Yes, little fox. What wildlife animal do you like the most? I think right now I'm in a squirrel period. I've always loved foxes too. I try to feed them when I get the chance, and when I see little cubs and stuff like that. Well, to be honest, I would feed so much wildlife if I could afford it. You know, if I had enough money, I would totally feed wildlife. I feed the birds, the wild birds, all through winter, and I'm running out of bird food now, so I'm a bit nervous. So we'll see if I manage to fix that. I mean, I should, like, if I were in any way or form logical, I should, you know, first think about Bill's and my food and my cat's food, since he has special vet food, veterinary food, because he has got some issues with both stomach and urinary and all of that kind of fun stuff. And it goes down kind of a bit here, there, kind of like that. And I'm gonna go in with a secondary color, but I think this is kind of a nice foxy color. I kind of like this. And then we go, the cups seem to be a lot brighter. The ones I've seen is a lot lighter than their moms. Their moms are usually a bit darker. And I'm kind of trying here to follow the shape. So like here is the back leg, they're kind of rounded the upper part of the back leg. So I'm kind of following that, because even when you paint the whole surface, eventually there's still some of the brush strokes and stuff staying behind. And especially if it's kind of floofy little baby. They are so fuzzy. I love them. It's so cute. Well, pretty much all baby animals are so adorable. Like, have you seen a baby elephant play? It's so cute. It is so cute. I love it. They usually have white bellies, but I'm going to go in with just a little bit of extra fluffage here, and we're going to do a little fluffage here, sticking out, a little fluffy. It's going to be fluffy. The little fluffy. And has a bit of white on its chest, so I'm leaving some space there. And we're following this leg up to its head, kind of like that. And does it look like a fox still? I think so, maybe. Let's hope. And we're doing some, a little bit like that. And, ooh, forgetting the tail. Tail. There we go. A little bit of tail there. It's going out of the picture. The tail is going this way. So you can't see the whole tail, but it's there. And I think we have a fox. I'm so excited. I got a fox. I'm gonna go in with some kind of yellowish, I think, on this. The great thing about acrylics is that you can always paint over it. If you don't like, you can go in with something else. And if you completely destroyed it, just go in with a few more layers of gesso on top of it. Keep going. Just build up. I've done it so many times. Actually, do I want to go in with, yeah, I'm gonna go in with this one. I think is this one. It's the yellow ochre. I'm gonna just go in with a little bit of, it's kind of too grayish. quite what I want. If I mix a little bit with the really bright yellow here. Oops, now I got some green in there. Did not mean to do that. I don't want a green little puppy. No, like that. And we'll do a bit of this and we'll see. That's a lot brighter. That's nicer. I like that better. That's a lot happier kind of yellow, but still kind of brownish, beige kind of thing. So I'm going in with that. Maybe we should go in with some really true yellow here too, because they're quite light, these guys. Just a little bit extra here, just a few dabs. Just gives a little bit different tint to it, just a little bit different sheen to it. Makes it less flat, if that makes sense. Kind of like that-ish, something like that. Something like that. How's that? Maybe. I think I'm gonna go in with the white parts, and yes, I'm gonna paint the white parts. Oh, and if you have acrylics, also a bit thicker acrylics, and you think that's a big glob, it's gonna be very dotty on the paper, just put your paintbrush down and twist it, and all of a sudden you have a tip. So if you just dip it in the paint, it kind of becomes a glob, and then you put it down on your palette or what you have near you. Now I'm having some plastic underneath, and just turn your paintbrush around like this, put the tip down, and you get a nice little tip. Just my little tip for today, just a little tip. And I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna give it a little white belly, and I'm gonna go in here and give it a bit of a, and I'm kind of dragging in some of the paint, some of the colors too, to kind of give it a bit of a tone. And we're gonna do a little bit of mustache there, and we're gonna do a little bit of there, and we're gonna do some little there-ish, something like that. Something like that-ish, I think. And we're going to do some... Now I'm still doing the little dabby and kind of strokey thing to kind of give it a fluffier fur thingy, but it's still white on white. But since we're going to add other colors, it's going to be a background, it's going to be all of that. This is going to be... And since I'm left-handed, I don't want to paint up there because I put my hand in the paint, so I'm turning it upside down. And I'm putting paint on myself anyway. But I don't want to smear what I've already painted. So don't be afraid to move your paint. I do this with big paintings too, like big canvas things too. I turn them around. And now we're off camera. I need to remember where you are. I'm going to move you slightly this way. Can you come? Oh, by the way, I broke my... this... what's it called, tripod yesterday. Oh, that was nice. There we go. Kind of happy with where we are there. And some more on the ear, and we're gonna add in some black details. This is turning out a lot better than I thought. Now I'm worried about the squirrel. I thought the squirrel was gonna be the easy one, but it's kind of easy when I have the fox to look at there, kind of as a little reference. And we're gonna put a little nose. Now, another good thing about acrylics is that you can always go in with white on top and kind of give highlights and stuff. That's a little nose. And we're gonna do the little eyes. Okay, this is gonna be the tricky part. Yeah. Kind of steady hand. I need that little thing there. But again, if I paint outside and do stuff with acrylics, you can always go in and cover it again. I like that part. So, and again, acrylic dries a lot faster than it also depends on how thick you write. And now I kind of went outside here where I don't want it, and you can easily just scrape a little bit off it's easier to cover it later. There. And let's do the other eye. And I want it slightly like that. Oh, tip is a bit too thick right now, so it's so tiny. It's so tiny. There. Now we have an eye. Oh, I like that eye much better. And then we're gonna put in a little bit of fluffy black here. There. Like a little bit of fluff there. And we're gonna go in and do a little fold there. Let's outline the ear a bit. Just like that. Ooh, we have an ear. I'm happy. I'm happy. Guys, we have a fox. We have a fox. I'm sorry if I've gone off the kind of far. I keep doing that. Oh, I managed to get green paint there too. Maybe we should go in and paint the whole thing. Maybe we do that. I don't know. Or maybe we go in with white around the edge. Now I get too many ideas. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up, Peggy. You too many ideas again. Stop it. Stop it. Now this tip is kind of bent, so I need to twist the brush in my hand to kind of get it where I want. And I'm going to do a little bit of this. Feels like this ear became a bit too small. Okay, but we have that. And I want to do that eye darker. But also need to go in with the brown again and make it a bit smaller. It went a bit overboard with it. So I'm gonna grab the brown again. Now this is a bit too early actually to go in and just because the black is still wet, but hey, I'm doing it anyway. And we're going here, and we're doing this, and we're doing that, and we're doing this. Now just kind of go in and fill out all the kind of missing spots. What do you think? You can tell it's a fox baby, right? I hope so. I can see it's a fox baby. It's a little baby fox. And that was not the color I was gonna go for. Sorry. Oopsie. Oopsie, oopsie. And that one. That's the one. So you see, it doesn't go, I don't use a whole lot of paint. It just a little. And I want more of this, and I'm just basically doing a little dot and slide just to get that kind of floofy feeling, so you get a little furry feeling. There we go, and I like that better. We do some more of this little leggy there. I'm kind of happy with that. I still feel like I need to do a bit more around that. Oh, it needs highlights, obviously. Need highlights. The little eyes need highlight. Should I do another layer of black for the eyes first, maybe? Because, oh, they look very black on the camera, but they are kind of see-through. I'm going to do a little bit more black for the eyes. Let that dry before we go in and do a little highlights in them. I think we need a little highlight for the nose too. But I want to make it like really black first before I do the little highlight. Shall we do the little thingy there, and we should do the little, oops, that's too black. That's too black. There. A little bit lighter. There we go. I just want to do a little bit of fur texture with the black, and I think I'm going to go in with the white and kind of fan it out a little bit if I can. Oops. there, and I'm gonna go in, do a little, just want it to look a little bit furrier, a little bit fluffier. Don't know if this will help or destroy it, but that's what we're doing. Kind of like that. Need more. This white is really not that opaque at all. It's kind of just I'm dipping my hand in paint. So let's see, we put maybe highlight there-ish, maybe. Come on. Oops, that went worse. That went worse. I took the wrong little dabby thingy there. And we do that, and we do come in with the black again. And this is something I can just, because you see that highlight went kind of overboard. So I'm going with the black again. I forget to do the little pointy thing, and then I get black and white all over the place. Places where I don't want it. My eye is getting bigger. Yeah, I like this. Now it's getting more and more wonky, this little poor little fox. There. I'm gonna let that eye dry now before I do anything else. And then I'm gonna go in and fix the edges, and then we're putting in highlights. So let's start with the background. So I did a little kind of leaf thingy there, thinking, and then I just do something, you know, green in the background there. So I'm gonna go in and just do the stems first for this kind of bushy thing. And we're dipping, and my colors are really, I haven't bought paint in quite some time, so these are very old by now. I might even on camera there. Kind of like that and like that. And again, since I'm gonna paint the whole background, I don't have to worry too much about the little pencil marks and stuff like that. And let's do that, and just something like that. And let's grab another branch that's coming in here, and it's going like that, and it's going over. So I'm doing different browns. I think I'm gonna go in with the darker one on top. You can mix them, and you can put more branches or less branches, and some can be black, because like take small birch trees, or the smaller little twigs on birch trees, those are pretty much black. I have a very dark brown here, but that's so thick. Oh goodness, that one is so thick. Yeah, you can thin it up with acrylic is water based, so you can thin it up with water, or you can use acrylic mediums of different kinds to make them thicker or thinner. Or oh my goodness, this one is raw umber, and it's super thick. Oh goodness. Yeah, I bought these paints. Dad was still alive, and he died 2016. Yeah, 2016. And these were bought way before that. These are both, come on, he was after somewhere 2011 and 2015, somewhere in between there is where I bought these paints. I really need to buy some new paints. These are thick. Let's see if I can do kind of a little bit of water adjustment. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Good paint. Good paint. Good paint. So you can mix them up with a little water, because they are water-based. And now I'm just having a wet brush here and just adding some twigs and little things here. I'm thinking I'm gonna have a little branch or something coming from this side too. And I'm just adding some water to my paint, just to make it easier to spread it. So I'm thinking behind the fox, it's going to be a little branch coming in. I'm tempted to go over here because when I do mixed media, I go over the frame, and I love that. I'm kind of debating now, but I feel like I should paint the frames too, now that I managed to get paint on them, because that's kind of a me thing to get paint on everything. I do drop stuff in paint, and yeah, see, I know I went over the edge here too, so maybe we do that. Maybe we do that. I don't know. We'll leave it for now. And there we go. So now I have a little branches and stuff. So now I'm gonna go in with green. Now I didn't have too many greens actually. Most of them has dried. But I am gonna go in. I'm gonna mix a little bit here now. So I'm gonna go. That one is light green permanent, and the dark green there is a hooker's green. Hooker's green is one of my absolute favorites. It is juice. Also, the color is, it's dark, but it's a warm dark. It's not a cold dark green. And I really like that. Now I'm mixing it with some water to make it a bit easier to get it where I want it. Don't want a little bit lighter. Sometimes you just need one green and you mix it with a bit of yellow and sometimes a bit of white. And I think I want a little puddle with a bit more yellow mixed in. So I'm going to do that there. And I'm going to have a little bit of white here. So I get quite a few different shades of green for my leaves and other things. That one's a bit too light, but let's work with that. And I want a bit more yellow here. Yeah. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 greens. Just like that. And I'm gonna paint actually the darker green leaves first, because they're gonna be in the, or am I gonna do, no, I'm gonna, because it's the same thing. I mean, you have to choose if you want the darkest to be at the front or at the back. They give completely different. I think I'm gonna do the darker in the foreground, like, so I'm gonna do like lighter greens in the back. So I'm just gonna go in and give a little bit of lighter green here, and then I'm gonna go in with the detailed leaves darker kind of thing. So I'm doing this. I need to sharpen my paintbrush like that and like that. So I'm giving it more green there. Now I'm just giving it a background. So I'm giving the little puppy some fluff. Oh goodness. I'm gonna keep painting a little bit. I realized I've been filming for an hour, and we have, I think, an hour or half an hour or something from yesterday. This is gonna be a massive video. I might separate them and actually upload them separately, because these are getting long. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm gonna give it a little think. But I'm gonna continue with the background. We still have the squirrel left to do, so I'm gonna give it a little think. I'm gonna pause you guys and I'm gonna give it a little think. Okay, so now I have the problem of me smearing paint on this side. So not sure what to do. Do you want to see my fox? Want to see the fox? Ta-da! Here's my fox. And I let the tail flow over, and I made a little branch behind him, and I'll let that one go over the edge a little bit, just to kind of make it a little bit more. So there's my fox, and I'm really happy with it. I'm so happy with it. Okay. Now I decided I'm gonna do the squirrel in another video. It's gonna be a separate video with just me painting the squirrel and chatting with you guys, because this video is getting a bit too long. So I'm kind of happy with it. Now I kind of want this as a cover, but then again, I'm thinking it's kind of nice to have so hang on, let me see, that's the back, so that will be the front of the, where are we, there. So this will be the front of the little junk journal, and then you kind of open it and you have the squirrel and then the fox. I kind of like it. I like it. I like it. Now I want to paint more. I haven't painted in so long. So yeah, I'm kind of happy with it. And again, for the reference photo that I had was this guy, this. So that's what I tried to do. Yes. I'm gonna find, I didn't use, like, I had photos on my phone for squirrels, and I did not get this tail right. That tail is like, I don't know, it needs to be higher up. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go now, because I've been chatting way too long. I guess we're not sewing in the signatures in this one today either, because I still need to paint the squirrel. It's getting dark outside. So that's how long I've been sitting here, and I've been fiddling, and I tried whiskers and it didn't work, and I painted over the whiskers, and then I didn't like the white, it was too much, and then I've been fiddling quite a lot. And I was debating with myself if I was going to go in with a fine liner and do some details, but I don't think so. If I do too many details on the leaves and stuff in the background, I feel I'm going to lose the fox, and I kind of like what it looks like right now. So the question is what we're going to do about the front, and I am tempted just to go over the ribbon here that we put on the edge and do something completely different, maybe paint it with different types of green, or maybe we just paint over this thing. I don't know. What do you think? What should we do with this? Shall we leave it as is and just try to remove as much of this paint as possible? I could put something else on here at the edges. I can go over it with gesso and make it white, or, you know, go in and paint it afterwards. So what do you think? What should we do with the front? Shall we just repaint the ribbons with something, or shall we just repaint the whole thing? I don't know, but this is the back. So I'm gonna paint the squirrel in a different video, in a completely separate video called Painting the Squirrel, I guess. So that one will be coming up in March, so not now, but you will probably see the squirrel once it's done, because then we're going to sew in the pages and we have that journal. Like, again, I have the pages ready, and I messed up the holes in this one. So yeah, with that said, I hope you have a great day. I'm going to combine the videos. It's going to be a very, very long video with lots of content and lots of stuff done. And I will see you all again probably tomorrow. I think I'm gonna do separate videos for the rest of the month and not combine them. But with that said, see you tomorrow.